Alright, what is going on? So welcome back to a new video, and a little bit different. As you can see, I'm sitting somewhere kind of differently. And then of course by the title you already know what this video is going to be, because we're taking a little break from Dragon Age to do something else. I am a huge fighting game fan. I have been for a little bit over a year now, and one of the fighting games coming out this year that I'm very excited for is the Invincible fighting game. Invincible VS, it looks epic, it's 3v3 tag fighter, and it's going to be very good. There's already a lot of characters announced, but there's still a few slots that aren't announced yet. And today's video, because I'm a big fan of Invincible, the series, and of fighting games, I'm gonna guess the final roster to see who they're gonna be. As of right now, there's 13 characters out of 18. They have said the base roster is gonna be 18 characters, and there's 13 announced. We got Mark, Adam Eve, Rexplode, Bulletproof, Tula, Omni-Man, Battle Beast, Cecil, Monster Girl, Robot, Elemental, a new character, purely made for a fighting game, Lucan and Anissa, who were announced Monday. I'm recording this Wednesday morning. So if there's a new character announced before this video drops, don't shoot me. It's not I didn't know whether I'm right or wrong. But yeah, Lucan and Nissa are announced. They have had a little break because Elemental was announced in December at the Game Awards. Now we're end of January when Lucan and Nissa are announced. So I'm guessing now they're going to announce more. Of course, the game's getting closer to its release date. Not February, what am I saying? April 30th. So yeah, there's 5 more slots, because we have 13 characters, there's 5 more slots remaining. And today I'm going to try to find those slots. And also for the DLC, because there's going to be 4 DLC characters for the first season pass that we're also going to be looking at to fill in. But first, the 5 main roster fighters. So first I'm going to go over some contestants I think have the highest chance, and then we're going to cut from those to make the final 5. So first up is Alan the Alien. He is a great character, my favorite character in the show. He has been a major character in Season 1, in Season 2, in Season 3. If you look at the Season 4 trailer, he looks to be a major character again. So he feels like someone that's clearly going to be very important and very a top pick to be made. Secondly, Oliver, Mark's brother, Omni-Man's son. Of course, he's growing this season. He looks like about 12, 13, which could be a reason to not have him in the game, because they might want to wait till he's 18, which should be next season then. Unless he's going to grow throughout the season, but last season he kept being like kind of like around 10 years old, like 8 to 10 years old. Now he looks like 12, 14, so one more season would be 18, around that range, so it would make sense to have him to maybe wait one more so his size is accurate to all the other characters. But I feel like Monster Girl is probably bigger than most characters, so I guess size doesn't really matter. Double size doesn't matter, if you know, you know. So I feel like he's a good pick. He's a major character. We see him in Season 4 trailer, and he's just going to keep growing. Then the Guardians of the Globe, not the old ones, the new ones. The old ones I feel like could make it, but they're Season 1 news. We're in Season 4. I think they're too old. I think they're a good pick for like a season pass down the line, where it's just like a season pass dedicated to them, to Warrior Woman and Water Guy and all that stuff. But I don't think they're good enough right now. Now, we already have a lot of Guardians, but the ones missing are Chapesmith, Darkwing, Black Samson, Drinking Ray, Duplicate, and Immortal, of the current ones. Chapesmith is more comedic, it's more a comedy relief type, so I don't think he'll make it, although his Martian-like shapeshift ability could be very cool. Darkwing, not popular enough, also died, or at least went to like his Dark Realm dimension in the end of Season 3 with the Mark clone. So don't see him coming back in Season 4. Maybe he'll come back, we'll see. But don't see him be popular. He's also not popular enough, I feel. Black Samson, kind of same thing. He's not popular enough to be in the game, I feel. Even though he's been a major character, well, side character, but like been a character throughout the seasons. But I would have said the same about Bulletproof, and he made it in, so who knows. Then Duplicate. She is one of the most hated people in the Invincible universe, at least by the fans. So I don't think they would do her, but also that's the character people would most want to beat up. So maybe they will do her. But I don't think so, because she's so hated, and I don't think they will pull in a lot of people. And she also quit the Guardians, so her story could be very much done. Talking about quitting the Guardians, Shrinking Ray. Shrinking Ray also quit the Guardians, of course. And we don't see her in the season 4 trailer, so we can assume that she did quit. Of course, you could say like maybe she joins again to avenge Rex, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I really like Ray. This is her last chance, I feel, because obviously if she's not gonna be in season 4, 5, 6, then they're not gonna have a reason to put her in a season pass for that season. So I think this is her last chance. I would really like to see her. So we're bringing her to the main picks. Together with Immortal. He's been the leader for the Guardians of the Globe for a long time. He's been a major character in 3 seasons. He did also quit the Guardians, but he is important because 1, he's immortal, so he can never die. And 2, we've seen him become King of Earth in the future. We don't know how that happens, but he's going to be important later down the line. Throughout the whole story, he's going to be important because he's going to live for the whole story. So that's why we put him up here as well. So Immortal and Ray, we also take to the final selection. That's it for the heroes. Now for the villains, we have Angstrom, Levi, or whatever you want you say it, and Conquest, which are the 2 big villains. Of course, Angstrom, Levi in season 2 and 3, and Conquest in season 3. I think both of them are good picks to bring to final selection. We have Omni-Man in season 1, the main villain, Angstrom, Levi in season 2, and 3, Conquest in season 3, as I said. And both of these are gonna be in the future, because Conquest is still alive, kept by Cecil, means he has some role in the future. What role that will be, we'll have to find out in season 4. And Angstrom Levy, of course, he's now kind of a slave to like this robot dudes in season 3, but he can come back. He will come back. He's still alive. Then the side villains that I think have a chance to come back, we have Titan, Mauler Twins, the Sequid Invasion, Doc Seismic, and the Lizard League. They're like the villains that keep showing up. The Sequid Invasion, I feel like it's just on humans, and I feel like it could be cool, but they can't really do a Sequid, so they would have to do a human with a Sequid on his face. Like the astronaut we saw, like him, he's kind of been the leader, and like producing them. So I don't think they will do that. They could do it, but I don't think they'll do that. Also, I don't think it's the most popular side villain. The Lizard League could be very cool, because you have a lot of members. So just like Cecil does the Reaniman spawning, you could do each attack, well, not each attack, but like a few attacks are this guy, a few attacks are that guy, a few attacks are this guy, that girl, that could be very cool. Also, don't think they have the popularity to be in the game, to bring people into the game, because that's what you want with these characters. Although I would say that about a few other characters as well, like Bulletproof, Tula, Lucan, I don't think are bringing all the people in, if I'm being honest. But hey, they like their Viltrumites, I guess. Or Viltrumites alike, because Bulletproof seems to have the same powers as Mark, to be honest. Super strength, flight. But then the 3 that are more likely, Titan, I think has popularity for sure. And him being Rock, cool. But he's more the guy behind the scenes. He lets other people fight each other, and he will grab the power and he will fill the power gap with himself. He will become the leader in that power gap. And he's already a fighter, so I don't think he works for a fighting game. They could very much pull him in, but I don't think he works well for a fighting game. Then the 2 favorites they were going to pick to the final section are Doc Seismic and Mauler Twins. Doc Seismic has become more and more prevalent, stronger and stronger helpers, seismic creatures from underground. I mean, he captured every single hero in season 3. This man is going places. And the Mauler Twins are just very popular, very iconic. They were in episode 1, and they've been probably fan favorites as villains at least. I really like them at least for a while. Of course, they died in season 3 by Oliver, which is sad, but I do think they still have a big chance. So that leaves in the final section 8 characters to fill 5 slots. We have Alan the Alien, Oliver, Immortal, Shrinking Ray, Angstrom Levy, Conquest, Mauler Twins, and Doc Seismic. Now, Alan the Alien is my first pick to fill the roster. Alan the Alien is 100% going to be in the game. If he's not, people are gonna riot. He's my favorite, he's a fan favorite, he's a major character, he's gonna be in it. Oliver, I think, is my second big pick. As I said, the only thing I could see is him being in the season pass for next year with season 5 when he's a full-grown adult. But outside of that, I think he has every reason to be here, 95% sure. I shouldn't be saying the percentages, it's just gonna make it more embarrassing when I'm wrong, but hey. Then Angstrom Levy and Conquest, I think, are the next 2 to be there. 1, they have literally put in every single Viltrumite they've they can't, well, not everyone yet, but like so many Viltrumites in there, they love their Viltrumites. Conquest is 100% there, and he just is strong AF. He's very strong. He punched the shit out of Mark, and he just feels like a fighting game character. He feels like a boss. Like if I would have to say they're gonna do a story mode, if I had to say a boss fight for the story mode, it would be Conquest. They might do Omni-Man, but it would be Conquest because he feels like a boss that is gonna beat the shit out of you. And it's gonna be annoying like a Jinpachi in Tekken 5, like a Akuma in Tekken 7, stuff like that. Then we have only one slot left. We have Immortal, Shrinking Ray, Mauler, Trinstock, Seismic. Of these, of the heroes, Shrinking Ray, I don't think it's the same momentum. She got a lot of fans in season 3, but I do think Immortal, even though he gets clowned on a lot, I don't think he has more popularity than Ray. So I do think he wins it out to Ray. Doc Seismic, I think, loses against the Mauler Twins popularity-wise as well. And I think the Immortal will get it over the Mauler Twins. Sadly, I would like the Mauler Twins a little bit more than Immortal, but I'm here for what I expect to happen, not what I want to happen. So we'll put it. So the final roster is Immortal. This I feel like could be a lot of different characters. I'm not sure about, but I do think he will be in here. The Immortal is my final pick for the base roster. Then we're going to Season Pass, the DLC. We have 8 characters that I think will be here. Then we have to cut down to 4, and there are 8 characters that I saw in the trailer that are new or taking on major roles after being very side characters in Season 4 that I think will be. So I think the Season Pass will be the 4 most prevalent characters in Season 4, like new characters in Season 4. And then the next Season Pass can be for Season 5, and so on, so forth. And then maybe if there's a season where like no new characters get introduced, or all the major characters are in the game, then they can do like some old characters like the first Guardians of the Globe, or some side characters that they missed. So, we see Brit, first of all, he's a new leader of the Guardians of the Globe, what we can expect from the trailers. He's seen with the Guardians of the Globe and kind of leading it. He looks cool. We see Mark fighting Dinosaurus, this dinosaur, that's the name. A new villain. We see Universa, another new villain, who's going to be fighting Adam Eve, it seems like. She looks cool. We have Trag, the leader of the Viltrumites, the main villain of Season 4. We have Tech Jacket returning. She already killed a Mark. I think it's a she, actually. We don't really know, I think. But Tech Jacket, they already killed Mark, one of the Marks in Season 3. They are farming once again here. So they look hella cool. And they are in this screenshot of the trailer in space with all the major people fighting. So big chance that they could be in it. The gun dude that we see here, although I do think he's gonna be dead. I think what we're seeing here are flashbacks. Of course, we know Nolan is writing these stories about like ways to kill Viltrumites. And I do think that this guy will be dead, and his gun will be on the planet where we see Ellen and Nolan fighting these dinosaur creatures. And this will be a flashback to just his last adventures that Omni-Man has heard about, and they just want the gun, not the guy. So seeing as the guy will be dead, and we only see him on a scooter, I don't think he'll be a fighting game character. A game character, yeah. Damien Darkblood is gonna get his own storyline, which isn't comic accurate, because Robert Kirkman liked him so much and wanted to do more with him. I don't know how much saying Robert Kirkman has in the game. I know he made Elemental a new character. I know that's just they asked him, or like he has saying in the game. But if they like Damon Darkblood that much, then they could, and he might even get more filler arcs and non-canon arcs. Then like maybe he'll have to be in the game. And then Tatus, the last person that we see flying with all the people. Again, a Viltrumite's a big chance because I do like their Viltrumites. Of course, you've seen him already in Season 2. He's the one who like saved Ellen and gave him a power boost. But now he seems to be going to the front war, like to the front line, and fighting this war head on. With that being said, we have here 8 characters, and we need to cut them down to 4. Brit, I don't think will be big enough. Like we see the people in space, and like you want to go with them. You want to go Tech Jacket and Tatus. I kind of want to go with those two because they are there. No one's missing once we add Ellen and Oliver in the game, in the base roster. But I don't think Tech Jacket... I don't know. Tech Jacket I know we haven't really gotten anything from them. Maybe they'll be a major character in season 4, but I can't see them really. Gundu, as that, I think will be dead, so we can cut. Tatus, I think honestly might instantly die. I think he might honestly be like hyped up to just instantly die, or like take out like 3 Viltrumites or 4 Viltrumites and then die by Trag, for example, to just like show how powerful he is. This is like our farm for Trag, the main villain, who's the first pick. He's the first pick. He's definitely going to be there. So I do think Tatus might actually not make it to do like their Viltrumite, so he's just cut. And then the people that are going to be my picks are going to be Trag, Dinosaurus, Universa, 2 new villains. I said new characters. Most likely I want to put that in the spotlight as well. These new characters that you're gonna love in the season, you can instantly go, well not instantly, but like you can go play as them soon in the fighting game. I think people will really like that, and put some more respect on those villains, because you want to push the new villains of the season. And then Damien Darkblood, because they said they would want him, because he's getting his own storyline, new storyline in the show, so why not make him a fighting game villain as well? And he looked pretty cool in his armor in the show, so honestly I could see me fighting him in the fighting game. If we just saw him in his detective outfit, I don't know, but after seeing him in the war outfit, I think he's possible, unless they do something very cool. Damien Darkblood is kind of like the maybe. It's like Tatus, him, or the other idea that I have, which is a crossover character. A character from another universe, another fighting game, another show, something like that. And I have 3 options of what I think can happen for a crossover, but I don't know if they would do it or they're gonna do it, so I'm picking Damien Darkblood as my character from the show. But if they do a crossover, I have a few ideas. So Mortal Kombat has Omni-Man, so they could bring a Mortal Kombat character into the game. I feel like that's fair. Hey, we gave y'all Omni-Man, give us a Mortal Kombat character for hype. Mortal Kombat isn't in the best state right now, so I know they even would want a Mortal Kombat character for hype, but people still love the Mortal Kombat characters, they just don't really like where the games are going. But if you put a Scorpion, a Sub-Zero, a Liu Kang, a Raiden, a Johnny Cage, a Melina if you want a girl, in the game, people are gonna love it, and this game looks brutal with the blood that people definitely like, which definitely fits Mortal Kombat characters. So I think one of those can definitely make it into the game easily. They've already crossed over, so that makes sense. Then the other Prime superhero show, which season 5 will be airing during season 4 of Invincible, or at least like they're very close to each other. I think like the final few episodes of Invincible will tie with the first few episodes of The Boys. It's The Boys. They're both on Prime, so that makes sense. I know Prime has nothing to do with the fighting game, but I feel like that makes sense. That there's the connection is there for Invincible to cross over to Boys. Homelander would be the obvious pick, but he's already in Mortal Kombat, which we just mentioned. So I do think Butcher could be very cool. Butcher, of course, is going to kill all heroes, or wants to kill all heroes in The Boys. So he could come do that in the Invincible universe, and it would be very cool for a fighting game. And I think it's him, maybe Soldier Boy. Maybe they do just Homelander, like reuse him from a fighting game. Like reuse him, even though Mortal Kombat already has him, but I feel like that would be weird. So Butcher maybe, or another fun idea, third and last idea, is The Walking Dead, because Robert Kirkman wrote the comics for The Walking Dead. He made the comics for Invincible, so there's a connection there. Crossover there would be, well, Negan, I would like, but Negan was already in Tekken 7, so then it would be a Rick Grimes, Daryl, even though he's not in the comics, so maybe not. A Michonne or a Carl from the comics could be very cool from the Walking Dead universe. So to recap, the 5 main roster, or base roster, main roster people will be Alan the Alien, Oliver, Immortal, Angstrom Levy, and Conquest. And for the DLC/season pass will be Trag, Dinosaurus, Universa, and Damien Blood, or a crossover with either MK, The Boys, or The Walking Dead. That are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe while you're down there for more videos. Make sure you follow my Twitch. February 7th we'll be returning with more fighting game streams. 2XKO, Street Fighter 6, all the good stuff over there. And eventually April 30th when Invincible drops, Invincible Versus as well. And yeah, I hope I see you guys in future videos, like tomorrow when we're starting Dragon Age 2. Bye bye.